On June 20th, 451 AD, the fate of Western civilization teetered on a knife's edge. On the windswept fields of Gaul, a coalition of Roman legions and barbarian allies faced off against the most feared man of the ancient world, Attila the Hun. With chaos galloping in from the east, the Battle of the Catalaunian Plains was more than a clash of armies. It was a battle for Europe's very soul. Attila had already ravaged the Balkans, torched cities, and forced emperors to pay tribute. Now he set his sights west. His goal? The rich and vulnerable heart of the Roman Empire, Gaul. But standing in his way was a Roman general like no other, Flavius Aetius, nicknamed the Last of the Romans. Aetius was no ordinary commander. He'd once lived among the Huns, understood their tactics, and even considered Attila a former ally. But when the storm came, he chose Rome. He forged a fragile alliance with the Visigoths under King Theodoric I, and together they marched to meet the Huns in what would become one of the bloodiest battles of the ancient world. The plains near modern-day Châlons-sur-Marne became a theater of brutality. Dust and blood choked the air as Hunnic cavalry crashed into Roman shields. Visigoths and Ostrogoths tore into each other with ancestral hatred. The fighting was so savage, it's said that the bodies of the dead formed literal mounds across the fields. Attila, known as the Scourge of God, commanded from a massive wooden war wagon surrounded by his elite guards. But even his formidable power couldn't break the Roman-Gothic line. When King Theodoric was killed, his son rallied the Visigoths with fury, forcing the Huns to retreat to their camp. Aetius had Attila cornered. Many begged him to finish the job, but instead, he let the Huns go. Why? Some say it was strategy. He feared that if the Huns were wiped out, the Visigoths would become too powerful. Others claim it was a miscalculation. Regardless, the Huns withdrew, and Europe breathed again. Though technically inconclusive, the battle broke the momentum of Attila's invasion. He would never again threaten Gaul. Within 2 years, the Scourge of God was dead, and the Hunnic Empire fractured like shattered glass. The Battle of the Catalaunian Plains didn't just shape the future, it may have saved it. Without it, Western Europe could have fallen under the boot of nomadic domination. Christianity, Roman law, and European culture might have been swept away in a tide of war. Today, this battle stands as a defining moment in the twilight of Rome. It showcased the last flicker of Roman military brilliance, the unpredictability of alliances, and the razor-thin margins by which history turns. And in the echoes of swords and hooves, one truth remains. The line between survival and collapse can hinge on a single brutal day. June 20th, 451 AD was that day. The day Rome refused to die quietly.